Fuel your body with Complete Multivitamin, the perfect balance of essential nutrients for daily health and wellness. Carefully formulated from natural ingredients, our multivitamin packs vitamins A, C, D, E, plus key minerals like zinc and magnesium to support your immune system and boost energy. Just 1 tablet a day is all you need. Take it with water and feel the difference as prescribed by your healthcare provider. Stay active, stay strong, stay ready with Complete Multivitamin, your daily dose of vitality. Complete Multivitamin, simple, powerful nutrition. Go get this product at blackhotfirenetwork.com at the Sports and Nutrition store.
Everywhere. Presence of the streets we spreading through the air. Still living fresh and living righteous. Redeem and redeem after. Passing these joints like it never felt my point. I'm on a hot joint. Heavy on this brief, I call it a hot point. Let's get it.
Yo. Nakwanga kwenye zone, you should watch your tone. My niggas wanakwanga on, uspime nandikanga kwa phone. Hii ni radiation, unasikiza ndani ya bars, uspime They know that I'm the Don, teacher on duty, niki pull up na viboko skinge. I keep it real kwa kila nacho kifanya, plus I'm the sickest in the game, uspinge. Throw over old dogs, new tricks, politicians still using old tricks. Mindo connect, tukilink, take pics, anytime ukiwa and shit tutaifix. Baba yao in the mix, na wanajua wanafaa warudi keja by 6. Tafadhali usini jinx, wananitakia mema au ni show kila siku kwa streets.
Tunaigapi on the low, no jokes. Tunaigapi on the front, don't stop. Tunaigapi everywhere. Presence of the streets we spreading through the air. Still living fresh and living righteous. Redeem and redeem after. Passing these joints like it never felt my point. I'm on a hot joint. Heavy on this brief, I call it a hot point. Let's get it.
Bele church, nyuma nyang'ande. Ni hard kusurvive hizi pande. Ni kama hatupatani ya fande. Umewai yako, wana unihande. Nilikuwa na mcall, daily ya nipande. Maarifa kamchacha anigande. Ati sana ipei uliza tande. Low quality itabidi ni ipande. Sihitaji help to clean my mess. All my sins got 0 witnesses. Tupatane baraka unibless.
Yeah, good afternoon, family. Hope you guys are doing amazing. Welcome to another beautiful episode of the Pan-African Bliss Show. My name is Joby. To the first-time returning listeners on YouTube, Rumble, on BitChute, on the network, and to those who shall be catching this on a replay, hope you guys do enjoy the conversations we keep having here about the African continent and its people, the problems going on within the country, with its leadership, economically, politically, literally everywhere. Entertainment-wise, we're here to keep you updated. But yes, karibuni, happy Thursday. Hope your day is coming along super amazing. I know it's very early for so many of you, but it is exactly 8 minutes to 2 p.m. right here in the 254. A beautiful day. Woke up to the sun. Woke up personally going to get my leg checked, and of course thinking I'm gonna be free once again, but it seems I have 2 more weeks because the fracture is not completely healed. But yes, grateful for life, grateful for health and everything. Karibuni. I hope you're also grateful for everything you have, including health and life itself. But today we shall be talking about why real history and education, or rather why real history education is important to Africans. I would love to put it. Why real history and education is important to Africans. Why real African history education is important to Africans. However you'd love to put it, literally backed by my conversations. I want to talk about what is happening regarding what is going on with a video I bumped into, and this is coming from Idi Amin. Remember Idi Amin? They termed him different names: a dictator, they call him different names, a man-hater, and they even pushed different. I've never seen the movie personally, but you hear from multiple people like Keith and the rest. They say that they saw the Idi Amin movie, which was pushing a lot of cannibalism. And historically, there's nowhere where Africans eat other Africans. And no matter how hungry we have, never heard of stories of, unless psychopaths. We've only seen psychopaths recently who kill and chop their wives and feed them meat to the babies, which is very psychopathic. But scientifically, realistically, Africans, we don't have this behavior, but they really destroyed his image. But of course, we know the facts. So my conversation literally is backed with something he spoke about white people respecting the Africans, because we are the majority in this continent, and something that has taken us so much time to realize that we're the majority in this continent, and we need to lose our fear. We need to let go of the fear. The same thing that we had yesterday. One of the officials from Kenya telling you that you need to understand the power you hold as the majority of the people. You outnumber these officials, you outnumber the police. Shout out to Nepal for realizing that. I've seen videos going viral currently right now. They're super excited, carrying their defense forces for defending them against the police brutality, because that always happens in most of the demonstrations when people are demanding accountability and democracy, literally practicing democracy. It ends up more youths or multiple youths being killed, and so the outcome ends up being bad. But also we've had the Nepal prime minister's wife was killed by the protesters, and the prime minister himself managed to escape. So it's up to us. Literally, we see what is happening in the rest of the world for us Africans to finally catch up. We need to let go
Happening
of
in Indonesia too.
yeah. We need to
Indonesia,
let.
Indonesia just ransacked the damn parliament too, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
They come going after the one of the houses of the these corrupt ass politicians. Because the world's been set up where everybody's been stealing from the people, giving them impoverished, and France is just falling apart. France has no money because it's been living off of Africa and all Europe.
Exactly.
England, you're next. You're next. Good job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because so far we're talking about three different governments which have collapsed literally within 72 hours. We have Nepal, we have Japan, and Indonesia, which is part of the countries named,
Japan, I don't know about Japan. Japan?
yeah, France. I mean, not Indonesia, but France and Japan. Yes, yeah. There's
Hold on. So you sure about Japan?
yes, there's some in
Japan?
Japan. Yeah, in Japan, the prime minister, that is Shigure Ishiba, has announced his resignation amid internal party challenges, triggering another leadership transition.
Oh,
So,
but that ain't the government. That ain't the country collapsing.
well,
That's just the government. Then they have a lack of faith in it. That's not. But Japan is close to misgovernment because of the population problem
mhm,
and the debt that they've acquired. They're not as bad as France, but
mhm.
Japan is not collapsing. It's just,
So let me read literally what these two different articles are saying. They're saying three different governments have fell in a row. That is within the last 72 hours. We have Japan, that was in
damn.
September 7th, where the Prime Minister Shigure Ishiba did quit after his party suffered a huge election defeat, losing control in both houses of the parliament. And we have Nepal, which is since September 9th, the mass Gen Z protests against the corruption and social media ban, which forced the prime minister to resign, leading to collapse of the government. We also have France, which since September 9th as well, the announcement of how that is Francio Buiruya, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but yeah, stepped down after losing a non-confidence vote over the unpopular Austria budget plan. So this is literally they're saying that within a single week, three governments across the continent crumbled. That is Japan witnessing the prime minister resigning, and after devastating electoral laws and all that, literally. So they're not really giving full details how
No,
this is
but Japan's
Japan.
society's not breaking down. It's that his
Mm,
government, he didn't, they have a parliamentary system. So it's
mm,
different. I mean, they weren't able to form a cohesive government. But
mhm,
France is breaking down. Paul is breaking down. France is not breaking apart. It's just that they haven't found a unified government yet. That's all. Because it's
mhm,
parliamentary system. Not the
mhm.
country break. It's not the country going to shit. It's just that no one has agreed on who should lead it. That's all. It's
Yeah.
parliamentary.
But I think maybe what could be happening in Japan, that is if he has lost, that is the prime minister resigning, and if they don't also do right by the people, because of course people do have demands. People of course are following all these elections that keep on going on in the country. It might lead to unrest of the people. People might literally, go to the streets, protest, and
Not
all
really,
that.
not really in Japan, because Japan is always taking. Japan is not like these other Western countries. Japan takes care of its citizens, so it'd
Okay.
be rare. It'd be rare if Japan rises up, because Japan is a society like China. They take care of their people. So everybody don't got the Chinese rising up, because the Japanese usually take care of their people. So it's going to be rare. You won't see Japan rise until you get completely corrupt like America and Europe and, and these other countries. Like Japan has been really good at taking care of its people. So
Mhm.
one thing I think they would rise up for now is that they were lied to about that, about that 19 shot, how many
Mhm.
people it got out of here. So they might rise up for that. All the people that are dying because of being lied to by their politicians, by the
Mhm.
U.S. and the other WHO and the other world government agencies. So,
Mhm.
but as far as the living standards, Japan is one of the best living standards in the world, Joe. So they're not
Period.
they're not going to yeah they're not going to rise up because they live pretty good over there
Yeah, we saw
until
them. We saw them demonstrating about the immigrants who are moving in their country. Migrants,
yeah
immigrants. I think.
yeah they get mad. Well, Japan, it's your government doing it because you're dying. If they don't do it, you won't exist. They got to make a mulatto class of you people. So I say, hey, if I was the Africans, I wouldn't go. I say, let them die out. Why
Mm-hmm.
you? Why? Because Africa's so bad. So what? Build Africa. Go start revolutions in Africa. Stop running. Stop being cowards all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Build Africa. Stop trying to go some other place that the people don't want you. The government wants you because they know it's the end. Because if they don't bring people in there, their country will collapse. Because you won't have enough young people paying taxes to support the social systems of the old people. Get all this health care for free, all this other shit for free, pensions in Japan. No one's going to pay the taxes to support it because there are no more youth. So the country will collapse. So I say, Africans, stay your ass at home. How about you do revolution in your own corrupt country to build your own countries? Do that.
True, but they won't do that because the reason, let's again, we go back to the real facts and real effect of why Africans keep on migrating. Of course, we know the leaders are the problem, but white people are the biggest problem. The same people who are kicking
Go,
Africans out of their country, they are the biggest problem why Africans are moving away from their country. A good example, I'm going to share that video of what is happening in Zambia with the Chinese exploring in this mining, literally carelessness of
uh,
mining
It,
and
it wasn't
destroying.
it wasn't carelessness. Joe. They don't care. It's
That was
like not carelessness. It's on purpose.
it's the same. It's carelessness because carelessness is where you do it, you
Careless,
don't care.
careless is when you do shit by mistake. I was careless in doing it. I wasn't trying to do it. I was careless.
Okay.
But they're not being careless. They don't give a shit about you as black people. So
Mm.
they don't care if they poison your water. And these moronic leaders have allowed that because you all love other people besides you. And what was irritating them talking about? Oh, the Nigerians are kicking out all the Chinese. They're telling them find out. So y'all got to get the hell out of here.
Mm-hmm. Crazy. But the reason why it won't happen, like Idi Amin, who was termed a dictator, a man eater, and them, I've never seen the movie.
Yeah,
Them
cannibal,
basically
cannibal.
considered was a
Well,
cannibal.
the second movie they took that out of. The
Mm.
movie that me and Katie see was way back like in the early '80s. It was all like low budget and scary looking and like I seen that movie. I was a kid, scared the hell out of me. Had me scared of Africa because I didn't know about propaganda, Joby. I'm a kid watching that shit. That shit had me all scared. They got people. They got presidents eating people in Africa.
Crazy. It's crazy.
The
They
second,
promoting
the
so.
second, the second, the second movie, they just showed him as as a dictator, crazy. They knew cannibalism was a lie. They wasn't gonna be able to sell it this time. They just, they changed. They took out the cannibal stuff and said he was crazy. That's all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so yeah, they promoted a lot of negativity about him and his leadership, and he was only a man or one amongst the Pan-Africanist leaders who was just trying to protect the interest of his people first,
Of course.
and
And
keeping
he
up the
also told you about the hats.
Mhm.
Told you about those hats. Told you
Exactly.
then about those hats.
He knew so
Yeah.
much. I remember we did a
Yeah.
video of him, a whole story, and we discovered he knew so much about these people and the system.
Yep.
That's why
Sure did.
he tried to become friends with some of those whatever. Some I can't remember the whole detail, but he became friends with was it not Hitler. What was it? He became friends with one of the persons and gotten a lot of information about how these people want Africa just so backward. But anyway, is this video I have on the screen, and then the next video I'm gonna share is literally the main reason why real history and education, why real history education is important to Africans. You listen to the man we have on the screen. This is what we should be expecting from majority of us as Africans. This is the action, the type of behavior we need to be having, and this comes. Of course, most of us are not going to understand that because we're not given the real history of, number one, that this is our enemy. We're talking about the white person, to be specific. We're not taught that. We're taught the opposite. It's in the system of education to mandatory, practice Christian religion. And if not, the Muslims literally, for them, they also have their own classes. There's the Muslim classes and there's the Christian classes. And when the exams come,
Both indoctrination.
yeah, exactly. So it goes so deep to the point where you don't know, of course, yourself. You don't know the real
But exactly. And the African science is never taught in Africa. Isn't that funny?
Mm-hmm. It's nowhere. That is witchcraft. So when you're telling me that's why when the word go, you telling me my ancestors are good people. I'm like, what the hell is this guy talking about? Like,
you worship the ancestors that raped and murdered and stole your land, but your ancestors are the evil ones. Tell me the indoctrination ain't deep.
It is so deep, especially after you see the next video after this one, because this is why education is so important. Shout out to Idi Amin for saying this. Let me share that.
I wanted people to know that I am not against white, but a white must accept that in these countries the majority are black, and therefore
and we will rule it. Exactly. We will be the rule.
Majority rule. And if they are to accept majority rule, I am sure those Africans will live with them in peace and harmony. If they cannot give independence as soon as possible by peaceful means in Africa and in the Palestine, especially the Zionists, they must be faced militarily.
They won't, exactly, because that is what we should be doing. We should be having strong military groups. They weakened that. They control our military bases, our people who are supposed to be protecting the country. So that is the number one thing they ensured. I remember going back to the article you made me read sometime, the things they did to ensure Africa will never stand on its feet. And one of it is weakening our military, which they're full in control of. And this is why you see the first things the Alliance Sahel states did when they acquired power is literally coming together and saying, hey, we need as many of you. Come, let us create a strong military base. And this is not just for selfishness, for me as Burkina Faso,
it can't be selfishness because you got enemies, Joe. They're enemies to African people. You can't be childlike and think everything they've done their end, so you must build a real military because these people will come to see you.
Yeah, so this is why you see them creating this strong military, because they had understood from the beginning we are allowing other people to come protect us who have been still in full control of who are supposed to be protecting us. So why the hell do we have this fake military, that do not really protect the people and the country?
Don't protect you, they steal from you.
We have to recreate everything, and that is what exactly they did. So yes, it's very correct, literally. Why people need to understand that this is the continent with the majority of the people, but they still don't respect that. They will never.
because exactly they don't respect you. They don't care that you because they want to their nature is to dominate you, and you're the wealthiest continent. Without you, no everybody in the world is poor. So I'm going to come and steal it. They're not something. Africa is the problem with Africa is wealthy.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if it was poor, they would leave you alone, but it's not.
Mm-hmm.
It's wealthy.
Mm-hmm. And that's why they denied us real education. Because if I go back now, if I understood or if we taught good to understand that, hey, we've been the greatest people in this world. Then when you go back to the 25,000 years of cycle of life, right? And we understand that we were supposed to fall asleep. The reason of this creation of these people for us to pass them knowledge was this and this and this. And with this, we'll have still the strongest mindset to understand we might be dumb right now, like you keep on saying, but we're gonna go back. So it shouldn't
Go
still
back
allow
up.
us. Yeah, it shouldn't still allow us to feed into this inferiority complex that they keep on feeding us and want us to be, because they have been applying the superiority complex. So if you are
Of course.
given the real history, we would have also applied the same superiority complex, and which would have been undeniable, because in the realistic fact is that we are superior. That is just it. So that would be so hard to beat, literally, because mentally you've not been able to conquer that. But that's why they literally ensured we don't even have most of this information educationally. They ensured we just worshiping Jesus. We're so
Of
worried
course.
about the kingdom of
They
heaven.
didn't get, they
About
made
our
they didn't
sins.
made they didn't made themselves your God. So you're,
We're,
not, you're never
we're
gonna fight your God.
we're so worried about what we're doing wrong and right. It's the same video you shared on TikTok with that lady talking about how we're so focused on this human body. We forget that we're bigger than just this human body. We are a soul, we are an energy, we are a
Yeah.
frequency. And once we understand that, we are very superior people, and these people cannot beat us mentally the moment we have that knowledge. But yeah, shout out to Ibrahim, shout out to Idi Amin with that information. And of course, again, this is why education
That's
is
why they got rid of him and put a moron up in there.
exactly.
Got rid-
And this is why when you put morons in power, this is the product of morons, right? This lady, I don't know if she's from Kenya or wherever she is from, but she looks very familiar to me to be. I think she's a Kenyan, either on the socialite, I'm not really sure, but she's familiar. I even had to comment on that video. Nowadays, I have an addiction of commenting on. I can't just hold it. I can't hold it anymore. Like, let them do whatever they can do. Like, they already watch us in every different way. So what is there to be scared of? Anyway,
Don't
yeah.
live in
So
fear.
she's talking about how white people, that's education now we've been given. White people are good people. White people are the reason why we live the way we live.
Exactly.
White people.
Lies. Yeah, I didn't ever know it was that deep until you told me. I never knew it was that you would talk this that they had the audacity to put that in the books.
Yes.
I'm like, what? This is crazy.
The inferiority complex is real. So you ask yourself why you're gonna see a child in Africa seeing a white man and amazed, wanna be touchy with the mzungu, wanna smile, wanna touch the hair. This is what we're taught. Okay.
And no, I didn't know it was that deep. I didn't know. I would have thought this common sense you would have got rid of. This is crazy to me. How you're a revolutionary leader. You still got this education of your people worshiping other people. No one would do this. But this curriculum is all throughout Black Africa. It's the same, copy and paste. That's why when an African goes to Europe and says, I didn't ever know they was this racist. I didn't know they hated us. I was educatedly, they liked us. Good.
You say, I like white people.
I love white people.
I'm editing that out.
No, leave that there because
that's not allowed.
no, seriously, white people are good for us because we have so many things because of white people.
I want you
Unless
to
you
know.
Uganda.
Yes,
Yeah, but
that's
they made us go do that stuff
Crazy
because
catch.
that's how it was meant to be.
I think, and listen, I think this is a wonderful moment that we're going to have, and that's still going to get 100% edited out because the people would hate that. The people.
Oh, like how? As in, okay.
And I hate when people are so nice and even to somebody that ignorant.
Also very curious. I was also very curious here about the different views on colonization.
This is the version. This is the definition of beauty without brains. Sorry to say.
Because I hold a resentment
But
towards
she's so
white
pretty.
people unless they personally,
I can't tell.
unless they personally show me that they're good. I believe they're bad because I've been.
Oh no, dang. Oh no, what the hell?
Do y'all see what the hell going on in parts
Oh, hold on, sister.
Africa? Just
I love white people.
I'm editing that out.
No, leave that
I
there.
made that
because-
out.
No, seriously, white people are good for us because we have so many things because of white people.
I want you to know.
I don't.
Yes,
Yeah, but
I can't get my phone. I don't find her that pretty. Look average. She looks average to me.
I think, and listen, I think this is a wonderful moment that we're going to have.
And she's a
that's
and
still
she's
gonna
a
be
moron.
edited out because the people would hate that. The
See,
people-
and he's on,
as in-
and he's been all nice. I'm editing that out. Listen, shut her mic off. This is a fucking moron. This is an adult. That's how dangerous she is. This is this motherfucker's gonna have somebody's baby. Motherfucker's a moron. Cut her mic off.
But I was also very curious. I was also very curious here about the different views on colonization, different views because I hold a resentment.
He's saying it's
unless
good.
They
But they
personally,
didn't.
unless they personally show me that they're good, I believe they're bad because I've been proven
So bad.
by the way things are going now that things are good for them and
And
bad for us.
I can't stand a weak ass nigga like him. I express that personally and weak. Man, you shut up too. Like Malcolm X said, you just too weak, brother. You weak. Can't deal with weak men no more. And you're an American, you're weak. Can't stand weak men. Well, I can't stand. Shut up. Shut up. Go ahead, Joe.
Good for them at the expense of us. At our expense, still now to this day, they're doing well because Africa is doing bad.
Exactly,
Is doing
stupid.
well because fuck Congo. Saudi is doing well because fuck Sudan. Like all these. Other
Exactly. They're the ones stealing.
Fuck Africa. Do you understand what I'm saying? So there's
No, she don't. She's a moron.
that doesn't exist anymore. The history is so awful. I went to the museum today and I'm seeing pictures of what they're doing to Kenyan people. And if
You don't even care. You don't even care. Because they don't even know what they did to Kenyan people, the torture, the rape, the beating, the murder. They ain't taught that in their schools. How wicked these Europeans were in Kenya. The concentration camps, the cutting off of their penises and shit. That's what your white man did. And what's she talking about? They're so good. You out of your fucking mind.
This is the majority. I have to tell you, but this is the majority, and
I know.
especially women. Especially women. This is what I'm telling you. Iwaton is my colleague, but man, Iwaton is fucked up.
I said that today. I was yelling Iraton today, Joby. I called her effed up on the show.
Yeah, she's really fucked up.
I almost lost it on her ass today. They muted me. Luckily, I was going through the woods and I lost my internet too. Almost lost it on her nutty ass.
Yeah, because I had to talk about the same thing. Oh, because black men don't know how to treat black women, so this is why we have to go to white men. Are you fucking kidding me? Is it a must to date? Is it a must to be in a relationship?
That's an excuse. That's a fake excuse. You want it. That's what she wants to do. And then don't try to blame black men when you want to go date your Zungu.
And I disagree because black men, they're not fucked up. Trust me. We might have a few of our people who are messed up in the head, don't know how to treat women, but I've met good men personally. I know how to be treated by a man. I know what it feels. I know how it feels to be respected, to be loved. Like just because one thing has failed, and this is the problem with our people. There is now, again, the majority of the mindset, this is with our women. This is the talk of the town now currently. Oh, white people are better. It's best I escape poverty. I don't want to be here with these Africans. Just talking trash.
Wow. Look how deep. And then when they beat and kill and murder your ass, Oh, you cry out. Somebody gonna come get the body, daddy. Nah, you're dead and fucked up over there.
You go to Mayhem. Is it Mayhem? Can I remember? Is it Mayhem? What's that place where the Kenyan lady? I keep on forgetting them.
Wyoming.
Exactly. You go there, then your white husband tells you, I was just using you. Now you got more money than me. Can I get that credit card or not?
So the credit card stolen. They found their bones buried somewhere. He over at Walmart shopping with a credit card.
Just like you see harmful, just terrible scenes of babies, seeing people being shot. And these white people came over, like, I want this, I want that. And you still see where the white people were here. You still see it.
They're still here. They have everything, you have nothing. Exactly. Where do you think they got that from? That's the crazy. That's what I'm saying. What is going on with the African mind? The white people you see in Kenya, that's all stolen, stupid. They didn't pay for that. They're good lifestyles. They stole it from you. You think, well, white people are so good. They stole all our shit. They're so good that they stole our shit.
You don't know that. Again, that's why I go back to what I was saying. You see a white man walking. This is something that astonishes Africans. Maybe not today, but take me back just 5, 7 years back, 10 years. Man, this was like, you should see that. Look at the Mzungu. Mzungu is walking. Look at the Mzungu. Mzungu is walking. Like, that was something like very shocking. What do you mean a Mzungu is walking?
Exactly, because they've been in your minds, they're the guys. They're the ones supposed to have the money. They want to steal all your damn money. And to see them walking is rare, right? Like when I showed Joby a homeless person. There's homeless white people? Yes, Joby, a bunch of them.
Because that's not the American dream we're told.
I know. Well, they're living the American dream. They're white and homeless. Just like when they dressed up that white homeless man from Florida and took him to Kenya and he was Jesus.
Imagine. Crazy.
And how do you not resent them? How do you not? You know what I mean? I just really want. I know
really messed up.
Black Americans feel a way about white people generally, but Black folks in the Caribbean, Black folks in Africa, you guys are much more open to them in a very interesting way to me. You guys are much
they're more not because we live with their ass. So even them lying in the history book didn't work because we were always next to them. So them making a fake history wouldn't work. The Africans, unfortunately, some of them left and they made up a whole fake history. They see them still. They were able to idolize them because they were living with them shoulder to shoulder. I don't know about the South Africans. They live with a shoulder to shoulder and still be worshiping too. That's crazy. They're different from us in that nature. We live on so that fake history shit that they put in Africa won't work with us because we were still living with their wicked ass, right? So you couldn't do that with the Africans when they were still living with them. That's why the Africans revolted. That's why you had the Mau Mau and these other people because they were living under these wicked bastards at that time, and they knew they were their enemies and they knew they were wicked. That's why you had revolution in Kenya. So it wasn't like, so imagine this girl's grandfather fighting these motherfuckers and she's up there loving her grandfather's enemies who raped, beat, tortured his ass. That means the government has failed. Every African government has failed. Because you talk this same fake ass shit, whether you're in Ghana, Kenya's worse than Nigeria. I mean, Nigeria's worse than Kenya. Nigeria's on another level. I was fucked up in the head, but Nigeria is on another level. You not change this curriculum is absolutely crazy. Crazy. Just like I'm talking to Sento told me, you know what, Keith? In the books in Uganda, they still say Leopold was a good man. He came to teach the Africans. I was like, what?
It's everywhere, even in our books. We didn't learn about him killing people in DRC Congo and all that.
Exactly, I know. That's what I'm saying. He said the same thing Joey just said. He said he's a good man. I said, oh my God, this is fucking crazy. Like Joby said, Joby grew up in the same books in Kenya. This wicked ass racist, this homicidal maniac is in a book in Africa, Kenya, Uganda, Ghana, whatever the fuck. Said, oh, he was a good man. He brought civilization to help the Africans. He was chopping off babies' heads, hands, hanging them, burning them alive. You're like, what? People go, Joe.
Right. Or my personal opinion is that to not give them that love and respect or access to yourself until they put some money in your pocket. They don't deserve access to us. They don't deserve access to our language, culture, especially our bodies. Until they
She's dangerous.
in our pockets or make something.
But you too calm. You ain't teaching this broad nothing. You ain't taught her shit. So she gonna just disregard what you said. You're supposed to smack her in her mouth verbally. Like the university did this, and they've done bad things, sister. But did you say the bad things they did? No, you too calm. You're too polite. Your words ain't shocking enough. This is a moron you're talking to. You gotta shock her ass. Go ahead.
They haven't done that, and we're just letting them off the hook. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? They have everything. They have everything.
And I don't find it. And I don't find this broad. Joby, I'm a man. I don't find this broad pretty at all. You keep that.
Have you guys seen poor white people here? No. But there's surely a lot of white people here doing fine. There's black people like begging. There's white people fucking chilling.
Explain that. You know, but that's normal. White people supposed to be bigger than us, and black people supposed to be poor. That's the way her fucked up mind works. She believes that white people are supposed to be on top. So they've already accepted the white pyramid scheme. That's in her mind. And this broad is dangerous.
Struggle. I feel like, in a way, the Black American people and the African people, we have a disconnect because we don't know your struggles. Like for us, it's...
You ain't know your own struggle. That's the problem. Yeah, you don't know our struggle. You're right, you don't. You ain't know your own goddamn struggle, you moron. Why do you think you went to war against white people in Kenya, lady? You didn't go to war with them because they were your friends. You know, so the disconnect is in you because you ain't know your own fucking history. Go ahead, Joe.
My mom went to what's this? She went to Seattle like 10 years ago.
Okay.
So for her, she wasn't looking to like my people, the black people. She was like, I'm here to work. Right. I need to.
No, because you're tribal. Exactly. Yeah, that's why I had to understand with you're tribal. Of course, you don't see us as your people. That's why you're fucked up and disjointed and you're impoverished. That's why you're poor. Because you are disjointed and you're tribal. That's why Africa is poor. Okay? Shout out to even your race. And you're poor because you're fucked up and you're miseducated. Exactly. You don't come over and say, this are people. You go say, this is a different tribe. I come to make my money. They leave me alone. Stop trying to make me part of you black people. I don't believe in that. You're not my tribe. Go ahead, jump in.
Do this for my kids. So whatever the white man needs, and it's like getting out of that mindset, and it's like our issues are more than being recognized. As long as you respect me, you're paying my check, we have that professional relationship, whatever. I'm not gonna like try to have my rights. If you, yeah.
As a black girl, okay, so it's okay to say that as a black woman or someone.
Hey, see, and I want you to understand. See, this has been the problem with Africa. That's why Africa's so fucking poor. That's why it's so impoverished. Shout out to even Teray for saying that your mind, this little girl's mind is fucked up. And most, like Joby said, most African people's minds are fucked up. And the funny part about I love Joby was a fighter. It took me a while. I needed Joby to experience white supremacy in her face. When we first went to Tanzania, I tried to tell her, and KDM didn't want to hear me. So it was advantageous that they got smacked in the head. I needed that. I needed that.
It didn't work though. We're not the ones to belittle. At least.
I know. I'm saying I need it because you guys like, nah, it's not as bad as Keith's making it out.
I know, yeah, because we've never experienced it exactly. Like it's not that in our faces. Even if you hear someone has faced racism, you only see it just on the videos, on these blogs and all that. You see now person treating other people or Africans badly. But me personally, I've never encountered it in Kenya until I went to Tanzania. And of course, because of education, because I bet if we're not educated well to understand where they come from, especially when it comes to us, we would have, we're sorry, because we don't know, being honest. And maybe we would have been able
you would have reacted differently. You would have been docile. That's why that's why we seen you guys confronting his racism. He just said, these girls are not from Africa. They must have got raised in America.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because
those were his words, because he was used to you guys letting him, he was used to Africans allowing him to shit on them. Talk to you fucked up and treat you fucked up.
Exactly. Just like the wife he had in the house. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Shout out to Byron Scott, shout out to Big Cheese in the building, reparations. Habari yetu nzuri, hope you're doing amazing reparations. Happy New Year, by the way, based on the Ethiopian calendar, it's 2018. So Happy New Year, you guys.
Damn Ethiopia's cat. Ethiopian calendar could go to hell.
But that's the real calendar, literally.
That's not the African calendar. That's the Ethiopian calendar. They don't come from us.
Says Karibu Sana says Keith Tariq posted an AI photo of Charlie Kirk and George Floyd holding hands in heaven. the white folks have lost their mind.
Who's on that? Oh no, wait. Because Charlie Kirk got murdered, Joby.
Yeah.
It wasn't supposed to be sad. No. I'm not sad about no wicked ass racist getting shot. Who cares? So,
exactly. So I was looking at most of his videos. Is advocated for shooting. Literally all this shit. He's talked about raping the people who actually claim that they are raped have mental illness. Are you crazy?
Yeah.
The people have mental.
Right. He the one is wicked ass supporting them kids getting killed in Palestine. Like, we don't support it. This ain't our problem. But he was supporting the kids getting murdered in Palestine. He was so what did Big Cheese say? He's up holding hands in heaven with who?
He's saying Tariq posted an AI photo of Charlie Kirk and George Floyd holding hands in heaven.
Yeah!
White people have lost it. They've already lost it. Have you seen the video I shared on the TikTok group?
No, I ain't seen it yet. Oh, that's funny. I thought they loved him. So why would they be upset about George Floyd who's dead? Old name with Charlie Kirk that told you the religious faith. Why would you be happy about them being in heaven together and learning each other? And white people, oh God, shout out to Tariq. I wish I would have thought of that shit first. God damn it.
Mm-hmm. Crazy. But also see, Byron Scott says, how can Pan-Africanism ever work?
It's hard. Well, like he started working with us. Like even Torre said, you must educate. You must give them real education. Remember, even Torre is telling you, we must know our enemies. These morons ain't never told the Africans they had enemies. This is crazy to me. I'm like, what do they teach them in these schools? Well, I gotta pay school fees. It's absolutely crazy. So even Torre said, we gotta teach our people our real history. We gotta teach them our enemies. This whole curriculum is scrap, and we're creating our own curriculum. Yeah, I thought that's what you would have been did. I had no idea that the curriculum was still this fucked up after supposedly getting fake independence. That's the first thing you would change, is this damn books. You ain't teaching your children to worship your very enemy, but it's in there, like Joby said. So how the fuck have you got independence? Who does that? Even China, when they got rid of the white man, changed the curriculum completely. Who wouldn't change the books? I'm gonna be worshiping the white man I just got through fighting that was beating, raping, stealing all my damn land. Got me in concentration camps in Kenya. I'm gonna write in the book, white man is my friend. He came to civilize me, and he's good. What? What?
It's
And this
crazy.
is it. And this is when you got your children, this moronic ass broad here. You don't have the same, you don't understand your struggle. Bitch, you don't even know your own struggle. You don't know your own struggle. You're Kenyan and don't know no Kenyan history. God, you should be ashamed of your fucking self. I'm talking about my struggle. What's this right here, Joe?
Yeah, but yeah, we have the Tanzania. Just before we move on, I also have Byron Scott saying, unfortunately, we have African American people like that as well, with the same form of brainwashing, of course.
We do. We do.
He says, Keith, I'm telling you, the Black American man is the only person on earth in significant numbers who doesn't worship that white man.
You better believe that, Dick. She said that because that's true. That's just a fact. We've always been the freedom fighters. We've always been the black man American. Always been the one that started that's why we were idolized. We were the only real freedom fighters on the planet. That's why we had to be what? The gay is why they brought all these bootlicking Africans in here to negate our numbers and the watered down because they brought the broads in just like her. We have no idea about white supremacy, how things work. They would come in and undermine what the fuck we've done. She wouldn't know we fought the street. I'm just here to get a job and hang up white people as they completely destroy our ass. But now it's up. But do this for me, Joe, before you play that.
Okay.
Go to YouTube. And I want you to say Kenyans. Go to YouTube and say Kenyans and British concentration camps.
Let me go to TikTok. I can find better. I love
There you go, TikTok too. TikTok. Right now you love TikTok. You don't eat like it.
Well, because of when it comes to research, I've loved TikTok. I can get more information than I can get.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's probably true. That's true. You know, white people at Kenyans and concentration camps shitting in their mouth, cutting out their penises. What? Why would they? I don't know nothing about that. Ain't you Kenyan? Why don't you know? What don't you know about this? Why you think? You think the white man just left Kenya because he wanted to leave? He just said, "I'm gonna let you be free." How'd you get even fake independence?
Then you can definitely get different multiple explanations on TikTok. So that's why I love it.
Most people concentration camps, they think Germany. But did you know the British government ran concentration camps in Kenya in the 1950s? Less than a century ago, during the Mau Mau uprising, Kenyans rose up against colonial land theft and brutal British rule.
So pause it. Brutal. Lady, this is brutal. So this is right. Guys, they took brutal British land theft. I mean, they were stealing all your land, stupid. These are your good. I believe white people are good. If they were good, they wouldn't be stealing your land and being brutal, you moron. So there was brutal land theft, and they were killing you, raping you, cutting off body parts. I don't know if you know this, like they were cutting off men's penises in Kenya. Okay? You're good white people. It ain't in your books, but you're good white people were shitting in men's mouths, cutting off their penises. You're good white people you're talking about. Go ahead, Joe.
Round up tens of thousands of people, mostly from the Kikuyu community, and force them into detention camps. They called them rehabilitation centers. In reality, they were prisons designed to crush resistance and break the spirit of an entire people. In these camps, people were beaten, starved, and forced into labor. Families were separated. Entire villages were fenced into.
So your good white people were beating and starving people. Your good white people because they were trying to steal all of Kenya, dummy. So your good white people who were stealing shit were beating and raping and torturing. Your good white people. I can't believe you wouldn't put this in your goddamn books. You wouldn't put this in a book and teach your kids real history. This is absolute. But Yomo's supposed to be a Kikuyu. This fucking moron, the first person of Kenya. That's why we got this dumbass history in America about the white.
lost you.
Zones with curfews and surveillance. One British officer described the program as the pipeline moving people
Fight the British Revolution.
We're losing you, Keith. You're breaking. You're there talking in the woods alone. I can't hear you. I'm losing you.
Oh, I'm in the woods. Yeah. Get you. I said, go ahead, continue.
Okay.
Forced labor until they were deemed safe. For decades, Britain denied it ever happened. Documents were hidden or destroyed. Survivors were silenced. It wasn't until the 2000s that evidence finally came to light. In 2013, the British government issued a rare apology and paid compensation to some survivors. But let's be real, no payment can undo the destruction of families, cultures, and communities. Here's the controversy. Britain still celebrates its empire as if it spread civilization. But how civilized is running concentration camps to silence independence movements? Question: why don't schools teach the British Empire's crimes the same way they teach Germany's? When most people think concentration camps, they think Germany. But did you know the British government ran concentration camps in Kenya in the 1950s? Less than a century ago? During the Mau Mau uprising, Kenyans rose up against colonial land theft and brutal British rule. The British response? Round up tens of thousands of people, mostly from the Kikuyu community, and force them into detention camps. They called them rehabilitation centers. In reality, they were prisons designed to crush resistance and break the spirit of an entire people. In these camps, people were beaten, starved, and forced into labor. Families were separated. Entire villages were fenced into protected zones with curfews and surveillance. One British officer described the program as the pipeline moving people from detention to forced labor until they were deemed safe. For decades, Britain denied it ever happened.
So forced labor means slavery. Forced labor, that's a no. It's how they trickery with these fucking words. Forced labor is slavery. How they be trickery with these fucked up words. Forced labor. What's forced labor? Oh, slavery. They forced them to work for free to keep building shit for white people as they rape, beat, torture. And this moron, the white people are so good. I think they're so good. They're just so good. That means your whole society's fucking dysfunctional. Because you haven't been taught even your own damn history. White people so good. That's why the white man told the truth in Kenya on all that land. He said Kenya can be colonized overnight. Because they don't even know their own history. That's what the white man said in Kenya. They can be colonized overnight again. They worship us and they don't even know their own. They said they haven't been taught their own history. And I didn't know it. That's true. The white people are so good. They done so much good. They're so good. You know, set your stupid ass up. Your ass away from me.
Documents were hidden or destroyed. Survivors were silenced. It wasn't until the 2000s that evidence finally came to light. In 2013, the British government issued a rare apology and paid compensation to some survivors. But let's be real, no payment can undo the destruction of families, cultures, and communities. Here's the context.
Because remember, when they were leaving Kenya, they burnt all those papers. They put their puppet in Joe McGuire. He never missed it. Told him to keep his mouth shut. He wasn't going to have that in his goopy library. They gave his poor ass not to teach his people what really happened during colonialism. Colonialism was brutal. Brutal. Why do you think everybody in Africa now worships this fake Jesus? They were brutally forced to worship this shit. Brutal. But the people that live in Africa have no recollection of colonialism because it's never been taught to them. Ain't been taught about the rape, the murder, the forced movement of stolen land. They ain't been taught none of this. They've been taught, and like I said, and Dr. Joey's been reading a book, White People Good, White People About Civilization, White People Great, they're great, and then they give you a white man to worship. Can you imagine how fucked up your mind is? Like that lady.
still celebrates its empire as if it spread civilization. But how civilized is running concentration
Never
camps
showed any
inside of
civilization.
independence movements? Question: why don't schools teach the British Empire's crimes the same way they teach Germany's? When most people think
They don't teach Germany's crimes. They don't teach that.
Germany.
Only German crimes they teach when they get against white people. They don't teach none of the German crimes about them murdering black people in Namibia and Tanzania. So don't tell me about no AI shit you're talking about. Why they always talking about Germany's crimes? That's because that was crimes against other white people. They don't say shit about the black people. That's why. The black lives don't matter. Great, thanks, Joe.
These are the
What's
images.
that? What's that? Another Charles Tap? Yeah, go ahead.
Putting people on lorries like animals.
Of course, but Joby, those are good white people. Stop it, knock it off. Those are the good white people.
Man, I'm gonna break your nose. Do you know I can break a nose? I'm gonna break it. Don't play with me.
Jamba siaita ikero ira borori twatigiru nege kuyo na mbombi mwene nyaga twakuhoya
None of this is in our history. None of these images. Nothing. We see King Leopold and maybe Jomo Kenyatta. You know, those are the people you see in our textbooks. You don't see this. It's crazy. This is super, super insane. But yeah, this is why education is so important, because you can see that lady is talking from a point of lack of history, lack of knowledge. She's talking from the mindset of school, you know, what we're fed, what we're taught, and that's it. You know, she's not even reasoning from the knowledge of street knowledge at all. She doesn't even look like she has any street knowledge at all. Like, it's super, super crazy. But that is
No, she looks like an absolute moron.
majority of Africans. Betcha, this is how majority of our people are. We might think information is out there. We're seeing, yes, the revolution, people demonstrating, but trust you me, go to the ground and ask this more. Why are you demonstrating? Do you know history? Do you know why Kenya is where it is today? Most of them don't know. You're breaking, Keith, again. I can't hear you.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Yeah, you go to the street, you try to talk to them. Most of these people don't have this information. It's completely hidden, and this is why you see people are bootlickers and willing to defend the white man's agenda every time they're brought up in Africa. This is why there are people who are happy seeing Bill Gates thinking, you know, he's helping us. Bill Gates thinking he's helping us in any sort of way, yet he's killing Africans in majority. It's crazy. But on the last conversation of the day is about what is happening in Tanzania. In Tanzania, they have found a new mineral called the Tanzanite, which actually one gem is 1,000 times richer than the diamond. They're saying deep in the foothills of Mount Kilimanjaro, that is Mount Kilimanjaro, and Tanzania holds a secret treasure found nowhere else on earth. That is the Tanzanite, and it was discovered in the 1960s. And this dazzling blue-violet gemstone is considered up to 1,000 times rarer than the diamonds and rarer. Sorry, not richer, but rarer. Its rarity comes from the fact that it exists in just one small area of the northern Tanzania, making its global supply extremely limited. Experts believe that within the next few decades, Tanzanite mines could be completely depleted turning every stone into future collector's item. Beyond this beauty, Tanzanite has become a major drive for Tanzania economy, boosting exports and putting the country to the global jewelry map. But is Tanzania benefiting in this economically? Because I doubt so. And this is the main reason, actually, you understand now why the Western, these other countries are literally so much now interested in Tanzania, because Magufuli, these are the type of things he was preventing. Because the moment they're going to touch Mount Kilimanjaro, these idiots are capable of anything, even death. They're just willing to do anything to touch the
Get rich.
the beauty of Africa, and of course, by all means, get rich. So
They
these are
don't.
good
They don't care
examples.
about your beauty. They care about the wealth.
Well, for us, it's beauty. If it's not touched,
I
it's
know.
beauty.
I'm just talking about they don't care about the beauty. See what the Chinese did about Zambia, that beautiful river, they destroyed it. They don't care about the beauty. They
It's
care about the
insane.
wealth.
Fucking idiots. It's super idiots. I don't know how to call white people. White people just need to go. White people need to go. Like literally, Charlie Clark is a good example of how they need to just disappear. I'm sorry to
But
say, but yeah, they all
the
need.
earth is getting the earth. Listen, we ain't gotta. The earth is getting rid of them. So you ain't got to worry. By 2040, they're gonna be almost gone. You ain't gotta worry about them. They ain't gotta fight them. They gonna try to fight wars because they're all dying up. They see the end of white supremacy is happening right now in front of our eyes. That's what's happening. That's why they're all crashing out. 2040, which is in less than 15 years, they'll be their minority status will be even lower. So the earth, the earth is getting rid of their ass. The earth is saying bye bye. Earth is raising in frequency. That means in radiation, it's gonna be skin cancer everywhere. That's why they want to blot out the sun. And we gotta blot out the sun. Nah, that ain't gonna work.
But yeah, as we wind up, let me share this one video of some of the conversations we're gonna have tonight about Charlie Clark. But yeah, I
This
love this
racist
guy.
ass bastard. This racist ass bastard. We're supposed to be sad he died. You got white people all online. So like you said, about on TikTok, it was not right to wish nobody dead. We don't wish his death. We're not upset that he is dead. That's what we're telling your ass. We don't care whether he's dead or not. Because he damn sure don't care whether black people die. And this is white on white crime. We're gonna name this Joby. Tonight, the title's gonna be when we gonna stop white on white crime? Sorry, Charlie Kirk. That's it.
White on white crime.
Say. When will we stop? No. Say. We're gonna say when will white on white crime stop? Sorry, Charlie Kirk. And we're gonna say when will white on white crime stop? Sorry, Charlie Kirk. That's the title, Joe. Well, right, I'm talking about black on black. When will white on white crime stop? They need to get family. They need to get fathers in the home. Stop this senseless violence that they do. We gotta stop the white on white crime, Joe. We must stop it.
Let me just save it right now so that I don't forget.
Yeah, save because my ass will forget. You say, "Keep what was that title?" I said, "I forgot." I don't know what that was.
Yeah, let me save it, but let me share this video very quickly as we wind up with today's conversation. Yes, sorry, family. Apparently, I'm gonna be in the house for the next 2 weeks. I thought I was gonna be in the studio.
I thought you're gonna be free. I don't know, but hey, are you able to get around a little better now?
No, they had to rewrap it again because they
they wrapped it tight. Yeah.
Yeah, wrap it tighter because I told them it is loose. So if they're talking about
Okay.
2 weeks, then we have to rewrap it again. So they rewrapped it, then did a little bit of massage. Yeah, and then I tried to lift the leg. It's so weak as fuck. Oh my god, it's crazy. It's
Yeah,
super,
weak.
super weak.
Yeah,
Oh my
because I told you about weakness in the legs because your muscles have not been moving around. A muscle is a long time to be off your feet, Joe.
I tried. It is crazy. It's like I'm lifting some dough, some stretching dough. It's crazy. But yeah, let me share this. I love this white guy's reaction. It was funny. I'm so pissed right now. I'm so pissed. How did you kill? This was a good funny video. My TikTok. Okay. This made me laugh.
This is such bullshit. I've never been so pissed in my whole life. And this murder Charlie Kirk right here in Utah. I'm so freaking pissed right now. This is bullshit. I just saw blood squirting out of his neck. I love that guy. He would have been our next president. I am so pissed right now. Why do they always come with fucking violence? Gosh damn it. Use the freaking words as they're talking to you people. Who shot Charlie Kirk? I'm driving in a Provo right now. I'm so pissed. Damn it. This is such bullshit. I've never been so pissed in my whole life.
I know you racist. I know you racist. This is who they are. Hey, black people. That's why we understand. Joey knows our culture. Now, Joey knows who they are. But see, that little goofy little black girl didn't know. This is who they are. This is your good white people. Hey, they're crashing out over this racist ass bastard getting shot. Talking all crazy. They love their racists.
Let me play one more time. I laughed so hard in the morning on this. Then I went to the comments. One was just like, saying, this is a whole grown ass man crying like this, like a baby. He's turning red because of crying.
He's already red. Shit.
Murder Charlie Kirk right here in Utah. I'm so freaking pissed right now. This is bullshit. I just saw blood squirting out of his neck.
He's an old white man. I love that he was a young racist. He was showing me he was keeping the young racism going. See, but then they always got to have the young, newer generation of racists to support their white supremacy. He's all, what is going on? He's a young white racist. What? It's been all crazy.
I am so pissed right now. Why do they always come with fucking violence? Gosh damn it. Use your freaking words as they're talking to you people. Who shot Charlie Kirk? I'm driving in a Provo right now.
This was me in the morning when the doctors told me 2 more weeks. I'm so pissed right now. I'm so I was very pissed, being honest. I was like, you guys are kidding me, right? Like, you told me a month, then you're telling me now 2 weeks. Are you kidding me? Like, you gotta be joking. Like, yo, calm down. Calm down what? You told me a month. Why didn't you say 6 weeks from the beginning? Now I'm coming here mentally prepared to get my leg to walk. You're telling me 2 weeks. It's crazy, man. But that was me in the morning, like that guy. But yeah, he made my morning. He was so funny. But I also see Big Cheese says as we wind up, I had he's saying I think the Little Hearts did it, and he also says I had there's a photo online of Prime Minister Netanyahu praying for Kirk 20 times before he was shot. Dang. All right. The fact that he was talking about mass shooting, and because I was seeing the clear video of on TikTok, there's videos of literally all the incidents, how it happened, before it happened, and what he was talking about. He was talking about mass shooting.
It's always them taking the assets out when they done with them. So they probably would have start. Remember, this also a distraction from the Epstein thing. So this will keep MAGA going crazy again. Remember, as Joby showed you on the show yesterday, we control the narrative. We write the script. We control everything. The whole world's our stage. We control all of it. So you know the hats are behind it. That whether he's really gone, who even knows? See, you never believe your own eyes. Is he really gone? Who knows? That's what they're saying. We don't know shit. That's what they're saying. They might be using, and if he is gone, okay. Either way, they get their distraction, and they get them talking about him instead of those Epstein files and Trump's penis being in some girl's mouth or some boy's butt. Where they flapping them butt cheeks. Thank you
so much for tuning in this morning.
I laugh about Joey. Listen, it's a platform in America. I remember before the Kenya. I don't want to know nothing about them butt cheeks flapping.
That drop was title and much love, family. Thank you so much for tuning in to the SWA on Beach.
That's all the comments, tell me. I guess you read them all.
Yeah, those are all the comments. I read
Clap, 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 clap.
you guys. Later on the Africa Today show as we talk about Charlie Kirk and much more of the developing story. Peace.
Whenever somebody black died, they never worry about